Astronomers have found clear evidence of what could be an Earth 2.0. This artist's rendering shows the rocky planet identified as Proxima b orbiting the Proxima Centauri star. Proxima Centauri is the closest star to our planet apart from the Sun, and it is about 4.25 light-years away. Here to discuss it with us is CBS News contributor and theoretical physicist Michio Kaku. Dr. Kaku, I am very excited to talk about this, the discovery of an Earth-like planet a mere 4.25 light-years away. How big of a deal is this? This is a game changer because astronomers have hit the jackpot. This is their dream come true. A new chapter in astronomy has opened up. Now, the holy grail of astronomy is to find the closest Earth-like twin, a doppelganger in outer space. And now we've nailed it. After looking at 4,000 extrasolar planets, we've finally found the closest one that looks very similar to the planet Earth, we think. Think about that. How did we not know this existed before? Well, these planets are very tiny and very difficult to find. If you look at the stars you see at night, they are several hundred to a few thousand light-years distant. This planet is 4.25 light-years away. That's a hop, skip, and a jump. Stephen Hawking, my colleague, has already stated that in 20 years we'll send the first probes to the nearby stars. A new chapter in astronomy has begun. Instead of just exploring the solar system, now we're actually thinking about going to the next solar system in outer space. Scientists have been studying the universe for years, trying to find some indication of otherworldly life out there. A new discovery has many buzzing about the possibilities of just that. An Earth-like planet has been found, and in space terms, it's basically just next door. Absolutely. This new planet is called Proxima b because it was found orbiting the star known as Proxima Centauri, which is the star closest to our Sun. Scientists are thrilled about this discovery. They first discovered the possibility of a planet here in 2013. But it took a few years of further monitoring with more precise tools to be sure that it was there. Now they have confirmed it. It was an international team of dozens of scientists, and that's the announcement they have made. Scientists haven't actually been able to look at this planet directly. They confirmed its existence by measuring slight shifts in the color of light coming from the star. They've come up with some ideas about what it might look like. This planet is about 1.3 times the size of Earth, so a little bigger but not too much. It's a lot closer to its star than we are to the Sun, but its star is smaller and dimmer. They say that on the surface it would be like perpetual sunset. They also say that you could walk on it. We expect, and we trust, that a planet with a mass of 1.3 Earth masses is a terrestrial planet, which means it is similar to Earth in its composition. It's not a gas ball. It's a terrestrial planet with a surface. They say that, based on observations, a year on Proxima b would be about 11 days long, meaning we would probably be quite a bit older if that's how it worked. Proxima Centauri, as you indicated, is the closest star to the Earth, and it has a planet orbiting around it. Proxima Centauri b. Proxima Centauri itself is part of a category of stars that is very common in the Milky Way galaxy. It's what we call a red dwarf, and as a consequence, it's become a real focal point for studying planets and the potential for life. The problem with red dwarf stars is that they are notoriously unstable in terms of flare activity, and the flares can be deadly. It's like the coronal mass ejections we experience here on Earth. These kinds of stars can give off very harsh radiation. You and I wouldn't survive that very well. That brings into question whether life could survive on Proxima Centauri b. So we are now looking at these environments with greater scrutiny to really assess the chances of life existing on such planets. Why this surge in the search for life or places suitable for life? Presumably we are talking about human life. Life that could travel from Earth to these other planets. Scientists have discovered a new planet known as Proxima b. We found a terrestrial planet orbiting Proxima Centauri. It's the nearest exoplanet we'll likely ever find because it's orbiting the star closest to the Sun, and scientists are very excited about that. It's not just close to our solar system, but it may be very similar to Earth. It's only slightly larger than our planet and likely has a rocky surface. It orbits its star at a distance that could allow for a temperature range similar to Earth's, meaning it's possible Proxima b contains water. Another discovery was of a super-Earth that could potentially sustain life. This new exoplanet is about 137 light-years away, roughly 800 trillion miles. The planet is about 1.5 Tim, is just the size of Earth, and orbits a small reddish star that is cooler than our Sun. Because it orbits so close to its star, a year on that planet is equal to just 19 Earth days. The closest planet to Earth, outside our solar system, may not be as suitable to live on as scientists once thought. Recently, a large and deadly flare was seen coming from Proxima b. Are we alone in the universe? It's a question that has driven endless curiosity, countless theories, and a constant search for planets beyond our solar system. In 2016, astronomers made a discovery that brought the search closer to home, an exoplanet orbiting the nearest star to our Sun, Proxima Centauri, just over 4 light-years away. This planet, known as Proxima Centauri b, immediately became one of the most intriguing places in the cosmos. Could it be habitable? Could there be life? Or is it just another lifeless rock? Proxima Centauri b is the closest known exoplanet to Earth, making it a prime candidate for study. Unlike many distant worlds that require powerful telescopes to detect, this one is next door in galactic terms. Since its discovery, scientists have been racing to understand its characteristics, its size, orbit, atmosphere, and potential for hosting life. It orbits within its star's habitable zone, where liquid water might exist. That raises exciting possibilities, but the reality is far from simple. The Alpha Centauri system isn't just one star, it's a trio. At its heart are 2 sun-like stars, Alpha Centauri A and Alpha Centauri B, locked in a slow gravitational dance. Then there's Proxima Centauri, a small but powerful red dwarf orbiting the pair at a great distance. This makes Alpha Centauri a triple star system, with Proxima Centauri being the closest of the 3 to us. Around this dim, flickering red dwarf orbits Proxima Centauri b, raising the tantalizing question, could life exist so close yet so far? The journey to understanding the Alpha Centauri star system has taken centuries. The first recorded mention dates back to the 2nd century, when a Greek astronomer catalogued it among the stars of the southern sky. But it wasn't until 1689 that Jean Richaud, a French astronomer observing a comet, realized Alpha Centauri was 2 stars, not 1. That discovery was a turning point, one of the earliest known cases of a double star in astronomy. In 1915, Scottish astronomer Robert Innes noticed a faint, separate star near Alpha Centauri and determined it was even closer to Earth. This was Proxima Centauri, the dim 3rd member of the system and the closest star to our Sun. Just over 4 light-years away, it became our nearest known stellar neighbor. A century later, it would reveal something even more astonishing, a planet orbiting within its habitable zone. Proxima Centauri b is a planet that seems eerily familiar at first glance. It's slightly larger than Earth, with a mass about 1.3 times greater. That means its gravity would be just a bit stronger, making it a place where humans could stand without being crushed or floating away. But beyond its size, it's very different. Unlike Earth's 365-day orbit, Proxima Centauri b races around its star in just 11.2 Earth days. That's because it orbits extremely close, just 5% of the distance between Earth and the Sun. If Earth were that close to our star, it would be a scorched wasteland. But Proxima Centauri is much smaller and cooler, meaning its habitable zone is packed in tightly. Finding this planet wasn't easy. Unlike large, bright exoplanets that can be seen transiting their stars, Proxima Centauri b was detected using the radial velocity method. Scientists at the European Southern Observatory used a high-precision spectrograph to measure tiny wobbles in Proxima Centauri's motion. These wobbles were caused by the gravitational tug of an unseen planet, Proxima Centauri b, confirming its existence. Despite its location and size, the big question remains, Is this world habitable? It sits in the so-called Goldilocks zone, where conditions might allow for liquid water. But many other factors come into play. Could it have an atmosphere? What about the powerful radiation from its active star? These challenges could determine whether it's a promising world or a harsh, lifeless rock. The idea of a habitable zone refers to the region around a star where temperatures might allow liquid water to exist, neither too hot nor too cold. Since all known life depends on water, this is the first place scientists look. Proxima Centauri b sits right in the zone around its parent star. Because Proxima Centauri is much cooler and dimmer than our Sun, its habitable zone is closer in. At that distance around our Sun, a planet would be an inferno. Around a red dwarf it might just work. But being in the habitable zone doesn't guarantee habitability. The planet needs the right atmosphere to trap heat, maintain temperature stability, and protect against radiation. With cities, even a planet in the habitable zone could be completely inhospitable. So far, there's no evidence that Proxima Centauri b has an atmosphere. If it does, it could be thick enough to support life, or too thin to offer protection. If it has no atmosphere, temperatures could drop to around -40 degrees Fahrenheit. Yet some life on Earth survives in such extremes, so it's not entirely ruled out. One thing working in the planet's favor is its energy source. Red dwarf stars burn cooler but live much longer, potentially trillions of years. That gives any habitable planet a long window for life to develop. But red dwarfs like Proxima Centauri are also very active. They produce frequent outbursts of X-rays and charged particles. Proxima Centauri b is bombarded with over 400 times more X-ray radiation than Earth. These flares could erode any atmosphere and strip the planet bare over time. A major flare in 2017 increased radiation levels around the planet by a factor of 10,000 in just 10 seconds. If Earth were hit by that, it would disrupt satellites and communications. Repeated flares like this could devastate Proxima Centauri b's atmosphere. However, the planet does have one advantage: its size. Being slightly more massive than Earth, it has stronger gravity that might help it hold on to an atmosphere. Whether that's enough to protect it and potentially support life remains one of the most intriguing questions in astronomy today.